Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Tellor Dev Call. Today is May 26, 2026. And we just came back from a holiday. Yesterday was Memorial Day in the US, so we were out. But we're back and we're working diligently on our next upgrade. We will be in New York next week for the Stablecoin Summit, the Agentic Summit, and the Vault Summit. So if you guys are out there for New York Tech Week, reach out. Hopefully we get to meet you IRL. But other than that, we'll be really busy this week trying to get everything to the point where we can begin testing on DevNet and then come back and eventually go into testnet and then mainnet. With that, let's get started on what we're up to this week. All right, Brian.
Yeah, so just wrapping up the long-awaited pull oracle. There were some revisions we needed to make, and then some triangulation between me and Tim. Just getting the docs buttoned up, getting it pushed to the NPM registry. And then, put out an article last week on the TRB rewards being finalized, and then we have another couple articles coming out. So once I get all that stuff out, then also want to make sure we push the Explorer that's been getting implemented with the indexer, so that runs a lot faster. And hopefully we can get all that out before we head out to New York next week.
It's going to be a busy week. So you're doing the Explorer with the indexer, the pool oracle, potentially finalizing that, and then announcing Dan's tool to the community so that they can go and themselves look into how they can be part of Tellor's network by providing security, being a security provider. All right, Caleb, just go.
I am finishing up some work to allow selectors to be able to switch reporters faster. I was pretty much done with it last week, but then after some discussions with the team, we decided to make a couple changes, and I have to go back through and undo changes to tests that I had done. So finishing that up, and then we'll be focusing mainly on just testing everything with the next upgrade coming up.
Thank you, Caleb. And that was something that came out of the community feedback. So thank you all for bringing it up. All right, Akram.
Today is just mostly reviewing PRs to have some major ones. So
right, we have Caleb's PR and then Dan's PR that he'll talk about in a second. All right, Spotty.
Hey, speaking of PRs, there is a PR from one of our longtime reporters. Mr. Crossy has a PR into layer daemons, and I'm gonna take a look at it, run it, see if we need to change anything. Haven't had a chance to look on it yet. I'm trying to get I have enough resources to actually turn our mainnet Ethereum node into a archive node. I'm going to try to do that and get it switched over to the other internet today also. That's my goals for today. I don't know if I'll get through it. I'll try.
Right. Well, thank you. I guess that will be helpful for how we're using that our connections to Ethereum or our PCs.
I'm going to be using it to scrape the old, just scrape all the old Oracle contracts for activity and stuff like that. And scraping tends to blow up we use API providers, and we tend to blow it up. Last week I almost ran out of our Infura requests because I was doing these scans. So I'm just going to try to apparently you can run an Aragon archive node on a 4 terabyte drive. It says you can, so I'm going to give it a shot. Because it's a database. They save most of the chain data in a database, and you just have the most recent data in regular Ethereum-ish chain data. So I'll try to do that.
All right, well, thanks, buddy. Looking forward to seeing if that works. Dan?
Yeah, my PR is in the anti-handler, and it blocks any stake changes that puts a single account over 30% of the total delegation power. And then yeah, and that's ready for review. And I'm fixing the historical rewards lookup for the site. I just having some problems getting the data.
And for the 30% threshold thing that we're implementing, basically because rewards go back to being in staked mode, right? You could accidentally end up with a higher percentage. So this is just a guardrail to make sure that people don't end up in that position and put the chain in danger. And you know, the danger is mostly like you accidentally, like something happens and then you're over 30 or at 33%, and then you accidentally stop the chain. So that this should help. And I think there's something similar that we implemented on the reporter daemon as well, just to make sure. Is that right, Caleb and Spuddy? Yeah. So double rail around that, just in case.
Yeah, we basically want to prevent someone from accidentally doing this, like because people might come in and want to select a reporter and not realize that they're putting the chain into a dangerous state. So there'd be some checks. Yeah.
Right. And did we actually get any questions? I don't see anything. So
No, I don't see anything.
So all right, with that, look out for the next blog post that we'll be doing. And also, if you guys are coming to New York, we'll be out there. So reach out if you are. And with that, we'll see you guys next week.